Welcome to another episode of Inspired Voices. My name is Riera, and this is Calvin Wiseman.
What's going on, man?
Thanks for being on the show again, bro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Appreciate you having me, bro.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
For those of you who don't remember or don't know, Calvin was on the podcast before season 3, episode 8.
Yeah.
So I'll leave a link down below for those who want to check it out again or just want to check it out. So, how you been, man?
Been great, man.
Yeah?
Great. Yeah. A lot has happened, man, since the last time I seen you.
I know, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you're the type of person that, like, you do a lot.
Yeah.
And so, in a short amount of time,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
like, I know you just recently had a fight. Mm-hmm. Tell me about that. How'd it go?
It was good, man. It was really well. I mean, you know, it went as expected, man. Because I trained like 3 months for that. 3 months for that fight because we had dates to, we had a few dates to come up, but they kind of fell through. But that one ended up sticking. So we had 2 dates in November first it was November 2nd, then it was November 16th, but it ended up being November the 23rd, I think it was.
Gotcha.
Yeah, man.
Does that happen a lot?
Yeah, it happens a lot. Yeah, it happens. That's one thing with boxing, man. Like, because you got to think about it. They have like different events going on, like not just the boxing event. So they want to make sure that they got time to put it up and have time to take it down and not really be in a rush. So.
Gotcha.
And then I'm fighting November 23rd out in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, War on the Shore.
That's where the fight was?
That's where it was. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. So how'd it go?
It was great, man. It was great, man. I think it was.
You got a knockout, right?
Yeah. I think everybody from Pride, me, Javon, and Keyshawn, we all got the knockout with the same exact punch. It was a liver shot, man. But it was really
Pride
good.
Boxing and Fitness, just for everyone to know.
Yep, Raleigh, North Carolina.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's dope, man.
Yeah, man. So it went really good, man.
So 3 people got the same knockout, right? So like, is that something that you guys got prepped on? Nah.
So I'm gonna tell you. So like 2 weeks before. So I don't know if you know, but my uncle, he had ended up passing away. He had cancer.
Okay.
And so I was having a conversation with him a little bit because he wanted to make it to the fight, man. But but he he wasn't really aware of like how serious his condition was, because he was so used to kind of like just doing everything on his own terms, and now he's he has to depend on like the doctors and everything like that, and the stuff that they were telling him, like he wasn't believing it, but he was telling me like a few weeks before my fight that he was gonna make it to my fight, and he was telling me that he wanted me to end the fight in the left hand with the left hook. So so he ended up passing maybe like 2 weeks before.
Damn.
And the day of the fight, all that it was like all that morning, like my left hand was itching like all day. Yep. Left hand was itching, man.
Oh, itching like
itching.
Okay.
Like I just knew that. Yeah. So I just
need
knew.
some Benadryl.
Yeah. So I knew, man. I knew that it was just going. I knew it was going to be the left hook that was going to end the fight, man. Because
that's probably your uncle right there.
It had to have been. Man. But I just, I just made it up in my mind. I didn't know what round it was, but I know it was round 3. My coach ended up sending me out after him. Like he just told me to just go out and finish him, and that's when the left hook ended up getting him in trouble, and that was the one that ended up 2 minutes and 41 seconds into the 3rd round. I ended up finishing the fight with a left hook to the liver.
Damn, dude. Congratulations.
Yeah, appreciate you, man. Appreciate you.
How many you had multiple knockouts, haven't you?
Yeah, 4 knockouts.
4 knockouts?
Yeah, so far as a pro.
What's your number? I forgot how to say it. Your record.
5-0 with 4 knockouts right now.
5-0 with 4 knockouts.
Yep.
Nice, dude.
Yep.
Not bad.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. What motivates you, man? Because like you've done this for a long time now.
Yeah.
Like so, like what's the? Is there like a thing that you go to for motivation?
Is there a thing that I go to for motivation? I think the thing for me is like, with boxing, I think we talked about it the last episode. Like, man, I've discovered parts of myself that, nothing else in this world would allow me to discover than what boxing has for me, And the reason why, I continue to stay motivated is because I'm even currently discovering levels of myself that, I never thought, pertaining with boxing. I'm getting better. Right. I haven't even reached my ceiling yet. Like I have so many more layers. You get what I'm saying? So that's that right there is what keeps me inspired, man. Like And it's helped me realize, man, like all of us, like we don't have no like it's an unlimited capacity. I feel like, we all have an unlimited capacity, man. Like if we give ourselves, we give ourselves permission.
Right.
Even like with even like with boxing, man, like, I'm just, honestly, I'm just enjoying the ride, bro.
Yeah.
I'm just enjoying it. And it's something I'm really good at. And I'm getting better, I'm getting better at,
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
really, man, I'm just enjoying the ride, man. Like the ride itself is what keeps me inspired.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can see that, man. Yeah. I know that like I guess I feel like it's easier with fighters.
Yeah.
To stay motivated because it's so physical.
Yeah.
It's about how hard you work in the training.
Yeah.
And that's always it's never going to be boring.
Yeah.
You know
Exactly.
what I mean?
Exactly.
It's like I'm the type of person that like if I do something repetitively, it starts to get boring.
Yeah.
But when it comes to fighting, martial arts, that's completely different because you're just you make it hard.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not like someone else is making it hard for you. Like it's up to you to make it hard.
It is, man. Exactly, man. And then even the mental part of it. So I talk, man, if you're like in my close circle, like I talk a lot about the, the mind and the body and stuff like that. I mean, we can train our body to do but so much, man, but it's actually our mind, man, that takes us to, that next level.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? And that's what now, like with the guys that I'm working with now, man, like I'm just, really trying to get a hold of that brain, man, like to, because you can have the skills, you can have the, all of the abilities, bro. But if you do not believe it, if you don't believe yourself, if you don't have a certain confidence about yourself approaching this sport, man, like, you'll be in and out.
Yeah.
You'll be in and out. So mentally, man, like this is really where it is, man. Mentally, that's what separates the, the average from the greats. Not even, even outside of boxing, like in other, in
everyday life.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Exactly, man. Like once you, really apply this, man, in ways that you never thought, man, and it brings you, fruit that you never, planned for, bro. Like it's next level. It's next level now for me, man. It's just here for me. Like just continually working on this. This is what it is for me. This is what has got me, this is what has got me to the next level. But I know for me now, I have to really put myself, out there. Like, when I say put myself out there, man, like only like with training and sparring, like that's gonna actually, challenge me and make me better. That's what's gonna make me better here.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like you gotta you're gonna have to eventually put yourself in the room if you want to be one of the best.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You think a lot of fighters forget that part?
Yeah, they
the
do.
Mental part?
The what?
The
now?
mental part.
Bro, yes.
Yeah?
Yes, man.
I feel like it's so common now, but
it is.
I guess people still forget about that. Huh?
Yeah, they do, man. And that's why a lot of fighters, that's why I see a lot of fighters, they flap for a little bit and then they flop because, now it's not challenging them physically, it's challenging them mentally. And a lot of guys, they just don't put themselves in enough position to force themselves to think.
Yeah. Or that's like, I think that you just said this, they put themselves in a physical block.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But it's not the physical block, it's the mental block.
Bro.
But people confuse it
Yeah.
from the physical.
Exactly. Me, Coach Kenny, like we talk about that like all the time. And now like me just really digging a lot more deeper into like the human brain and how the human mind, works and stuff like that, bro. It's like, bro, a lot of this is, man, just about everything in our everyday life is literally like 90% mental, bro.
Right.
The other 10% is like physical. You know? Like that's the physical part is the easy part. It's really the mental part here.
Right.
And a lot of people just don't want to break those mental barriers for whatever reason. I understand it, but I mean, bro, at the end of the day, we all got a choice, man, whether we want to overcome something mentally or not.
Right. Yeah, man. Yeah. I think some of it has to do with like insecurities.
Yeah,
too.
insecurity.
Or like people watching them.
Yep.
And they're not doing a good job, so they're like, I don't want to do it.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
On the spot.
Yeah.
You got any fears when it comes to boxing?
Honestly?
Yeah.
I think my biggest fear is like just not being all I was supposed to be in the sport. But like fears as far as like me getting hurt or me, no, not because I know what I signed up for, man. Like I can't study the conditions and know the conditions and still, approach it with a fear mentality. Like I know what I'm signed up for. But
yeah. Well, what about before? Like before you became pro and stuff like that? Did you like in the beginning of the game, right? Was there like more fears involved?
Yeah, because I didn't like. Are you talking about just me just boxing overall? Like
yeah.
So I remember going to my first fight, and my very first fight as an amateur. But I went to a professional event, and I seen like guys get knocked out for the first time. I'm like, bro, like that can't happen. Yeah. I was young, but I didn't really know all the, I really didn't know like much about it, but I knew it was something that I was gonna do. I knew it was something that I wanted to do.
Yeah.
But like once I got over that, like once I got even over that fear, like I understood that like, bro, like this is the sport you're in, like it can happen to anybody. Like I've accepted that. I would still struggle with we only struggle with the things that we fail to accept. Does that make sense? So I accepted, I accepted that, and but as far as like fears, like just not being all I was supposed to be in the sport of boxing.
Yeah. How do you accept that?
How do I accept it?
Yeah.
It's just knowing that, that it can happen to anybody. It's happened to the best of them. It's happened to the best of them. That helps me accept, that helps me accept it, man.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Let's talk about sacrifices. I know a lot of fighters, especially, like, have to sacrifice a lot, whether it be like going to parties, going to hang out with friends, stuff like that. Do you feel that way, like, as far as yourself?
Nah, I'm a homebody anyways. Like, if you follow me on, I'm a homebody. I sip my tea, with, what I'm saying? Like, I'm around the house, and, I'll go out and stuff like that, like, as far as like, but when it comes to like sacrifices, man, like when you're already like a homebody, like you kind of enjoy solitude, like sacrifice is not hard, like it's only hard for people, man, that, just hate being by just hate being by themselves, man. Right. Just have to have,
they have like tons of friends and like have to hang out with them.
Yeah, exactly. Like exactly. And then the people that I have around me, they understand the mission too. So they don't make it hard, man. It becomes hard. It's hard when, you have people around you that don't understand your vision. That's when the shit is like really hard. But when you have like people around you that get it, that they don't try to, it's not like a push and pull. Everybody's on the same page, and it makes it easy. It makes sacrifices easy. It don't even really feel like sacrifices, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, because you love it, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So it's not a sacrifice.
Exactly.
So let me talk about routines. I feel like you're heavy in the routines. Am I getting that right?
Yeah.
So what kind of like routines do you do outside of camp?
Outside of camp?
Yeah.
Like just to make sure that I'm maintaining even if I'm not.
Yeah.
I lift, do a lot of running. I just did 12 miles was it last week or the week before? I just did a 12-mile run.
Yeah.
So for me, like, I don't like, because I've done it like in the past, like, getting out of shape and you got to get back in the gym and you got to get back in the gym and you got to start from ground zero. But now, like, even though I don't have like actual concrete date on the calendar, like I'm always in the gym. For one, man, working out and running and stuff like that, that's just, it brings me freedom. You get what I'm saying? If I'm not doing that, it feels like I'm in bondage, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it's like you're holding that energy.
Exactly. So for me, like outside of camp and stuff like that, bro, like I'm still making sure I stay in the gym. Like if I'm not running, I'm probably lifting a little bit. I don't lift like crazy heavy, but I'm always staying active and in the gym, always.
Yeah. Is it important for fighters? I guess it depends on the fighter, but like as far as like lifting heavy weights.
Oh yeah, I mean over time it can destroy your joints over time. Yeah, like heavy weights will destroy your joints over time. So
gotcha.
Yeah, I do more high reps, low weight.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's the best way to do it too.
Yeah.
Because it keeps you like really toned.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Yeah.
And your energy level just
exactly
on point.
Yeah, exactly.
Is that the same thing kind of with like your diet as well? Like, do you just eat healthy all the time? Or?
No, I don't. No, I have my phases where I just don't. I pretty much eat whatever I want to. I mean, but for the most part, I do try and eat healthy. But like, like dealing with camp and stuff. Like when I'm in camp and stuff like that, like I minimize like eating out and for the most part, like my eating is not like I eat really good. I'll say that, but I won't like I'm not just on this strict like you know, like I'll enjoy myself from time to time, but you know,
I guess it helps that you're in a gym constantly too, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's instead of the guys that, you know, take a break after fight after fight. And stuff like that.
And I used to, like in the amateurs, bro. Like I used to do that like in the amateurs, but now, like, bro, like it's just, I don't know. I'm just in a phase where now, like, what am I slowing down or stopping for? Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Like what do I need to slow down or take time off or something? I mean, for what, bro? Like I don't need to now. Like I just don't, like, just in the phase of my life, man. I'm, you know, like, especially like when you're in a phase where, like, man, you're like constantly changing and evolving in a certain kind of way, man. Like, what's the need to stop, you know, doing what you're doing? That's, you know, that's with boxing, but it's also outside of boxing, like on an even deeper level, if that makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I have no reason to take my foot off the gas.
Right. That's interesting.
Yeah.
I guess people, one of the main reasons when people do that is because they get burnt out, right?
Yeah.
Do you ever get burnt out in boxing?
I
don't think that's a thing.
No. I wouldn't say I get burnt out. Like, now is rest days necessary? Yeah, I'll say that. But like burnt out, no, I don't.
Gotcha.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I think people get burnt out because they're doing too much of what they don't like.
Exactly, and then, but not only that, but then they'll do a lot of what they love, and when it's time, when their body speaks to them, when their body tells them, you know, it's time to rest. You know, some guys just don't take the time off because they're so focused on the goal. Like, bro, like at some point you got to trust in the work you're putting in the sport. Yeah. Or with anything in general, man. Because I mean, you put in all this work and you still don't believe that it was enough, man. It's like a slap in the face to you, man. Like, man, once you start trusting the work that you're putting in, bro, like doors are it'll just seem like doors are just magically open. Yeah. You know. A lot of guys, man, they just feel like, you know, they have to lose sleep. They have to you know, sometimes it is necessary to lose sleep, but constantly, bro, you're gonna induce yourself into early stages of dementia. Yeah. You know,
that's not good. You die.
Like, it's not, bro. Then your immune system, you know, is gonna be all out of whack. You know, like, so. I mean, rest is the best recovery, man. Like, it's the best recovery. Yeah,
especially if you're injured, I guess, too, right? Yeah. So, like, I know you've had shoulder injury.
Yeah, I've had shoulder injury. Yeah. But luckily, bro, it's been like 7 years. I haven't had no.
Damn, that's good.
Yeah, I haven't had no. But I've had my share of.
You do some like mobility, stability work?
Yeah, a lot of stretching. I'm making sure I'm throwing the proper punch, not going too wide. You know, not going too wide, and you know, really pacing myself and things like that, man. Because that's where all of my shoulder injuries came from. Is, you know, me either coming too wide, me either going too wide, or just throwing the wrong punch. Yeah.
So you have any like I know you had 4 knockouts. And then you were an amateur before that, right? So like, but out of all the fights that you've had, is there like some fights that really stick out?
It was one fight in the amateurs where I clearly lost because I wasn't, you know, I wasn't really locked. I had a whole bunch of other stuff, going on. It was, I had just moved down. I just moved down here from Charlotte, and you know, I left my daughter, and you know, a whole bunch of stuff, bro. It could have, man, but me, like, you know, I knew I had to fight on the calendar, bro, but I really just wasn't focused. So I beat myself that fight in the amateurs. But since that fight, it was, you know, I've been locked in, bro. So it's, you know.
Yeah, I think that reminds you of, like, you know, there's an exercise that you could do if it's like someone standing, holding out their hand or something like that, and you tell them to think about what they've done in the past or what they ate in the past, or whatever it is in the past, and you could easily move them. Yeah. But if you tell them just to be present and like look at me, and stuff like that.
A friend of mine, Amanda, her name, she works like chiropractor. Like, she was just at the gym last week. She was working on one of the fighters at the gym, buddy of mine, Eddie. But she does it, basically would do the same thing, like would challenge you mentally.
Oh,
you know?
Interesting.
Yeah, man.
I think that's what happened probably in your fight, right? Because you just weren't like there.
Yeah, I wasn't. Yeah, I was in a whole nother. Yeah, I was in a. We'll talk more about that off camera. A whole nother.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
What about like any like toughest opponent?
Yeah, man. Toughest opponent. It was my fourth pro fight. His name was Jermaine Corley. Yeah, he was tough. Yeah. He was really tough. But I think he was once like, cause he fought Roberto Duran's son. So he beat Roberto Duran's.
Gotcha.
Really tough. So I knew that going into the fight. He had been around the block. Yeah. You know, he had been in there with some pretty big names, man. But
what made it tough?
Is
it the amount, the impact?
No, not the impact. It was just like, man, he just had a chin on him. Like, you take a brick and throw it at him, like he's walking through the brick. You know, like, seriously, bro. Like, but that was it, man. That fight let me know, like, yeah, bro, like, I got it. I'm one of those guys. Yeah.
I know we talked about the mental aspect of it and stuff like that. I think being consistent, I feel like for you, is what helps you mentally stay sharp.
Yep.
And stuff like that. Was there any kind of like, even in your pro era, is there any kind of like, has that sharpness been dull? I guess you could say.
I think it was dull before it was sharp, if that makes sense. Like,
Okay.
I went through a phase where like I was just trying to find, ways to sharpen myself mentally. Like, I had pretty much did all of the physical, everything that you could possibly do.
Yeah.
And this might sound like crazy to some people, man. But for me, what sharpened me mentally is mindfulness and meditation. Like being able to quiet my mind, at the drop of, like, and once I really learned that, man, like, I've developed this ability to, like, no matter where I am or what I'm doing, man, like, I can literally just block everything out, man, and really just, really root myself in the present moment, bro. I feel like a lot of guys, they're on the sharper they aren't as sharp as they can be mentally, man, because they're so focused on the future, the past, and the present, when all the while we only have, now. And when you really mentally root yourself in the present moment, here and now, not think about, what you got to do, not think about what happened. When you really root yourself, bro, like, man, that helps you a lot mentally. But for me, like, it's meditation. Meditation, being able to quiet my mind.
Yeah, that's good, man. That's really. I think a lot of fighters need to do that. I think all fighters
Bro,
need to do that.
Man, I'm telling you, man, it took me, man, strangely, bro, it took me to like a whole different level, like mentally. I've already been there mentally already.
Right.
If that
And
makes
like,
sense.
it's been proven also that the more calm you are,
Yep.
the more you'll see every little thing.
Everything. That's even bro. That's even like when certain things happen to you in life, bro. Like still being able to just stay calm, bro. Like just.
It's like you can see it from a mile away and you have time to adjust.
Exactly, bro. Exactly, man. Like you see all when you stay calm, bro. You see all types of possibilities that you would have never seen if you would have been like all over the place, man, and kind of walking on your head, bro, trying to figure stuff out, man. Sometimes it's just good to just be.
Yeah, absolutely. You have a mentor, right? Do you have a mentor?
Yeah, I have a few guys that I cling to.
Do you think that's important for a fighter to have?
Yeah, it is.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it is.
Do you, for all fighters to have, I'm thinking about like,
a mentor.
Well, shit, like if I'm strong enough already mentally, like, do I need a mentor? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, well, I mean, bro, like we all need guidance in some sort. I don't care what level you're at, bro. Like if you feel like you can go through this life and, just not need guidance or help from anybody, bro, you're doomed to fail at some point. You don't, I mean, I don't care what level you are, bro, like you need somebody to help guide you. You need somebody that's been in a position that you are, you need somebody that's been in the position that you're in, bro, that's, that can really help you navigate, bro. But if you disregard that and just find your own way, bro, it's probably going to be 1,000 times worse than what it could have been, like, than what it could be if you had a mentor. So, bro, a mentor is important for any and everybody, bro.
Gotcha.
I mean, sometimes a mentor is just somebody that you just talk to every single, somebody that you talk to throughout the week, bro. They don't necessarily have to be somebody like just standing over you, like, helping guys,
like a coach or something.
Exactly,
like
exactly, bro.
Yeah,
So that's important for everybody.
All right. Do you have any tips for I guess fighters?
Up and coming fighters.
Up and coming fighters. Right?
Yeah, man. I got a lot of tips, man. First and foremost, bro. Like, man, they have to understand like this shit, man. Coach Kenny, bro, even talks about like, man, just like a lot of Instagram fighters, bro. Like a lot of people that's on Instagram that don't really know what it takes to like. If you're not being a world champion, man, just being the absolute best version that you can be, inside and outside of the ring. But I would tell a lot of fighters, man, like, especially like when you hit like a brick wall and stuff like that, bro, like just, man, you gotta be able to pick yourself up, man. Like that's not like a stopping point.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like, and enjoy the journey. A lot of fighters take this too serious. Like it takes the fun out of it. I was talking to a buddy of mine I was training yesterday. He's like a brother, man. Like just how important it is to have fun at whatever it is that you're doing. That's when I really, man, along with like meditation and, mindfulness, like I really got better, man, in just about every area of my life when I really started having fun. When I really started having fun with boxing, when I really started having fun with, my connections and communicating with people and, in all aspects, man. So, man, really, man, like, with young and up and coming fighters, man, there's a lot more than just getting there throwing a punch.
Right.
There's a lot more.
It doesn't have to be so serious.
It doesn't. You don't have to be so serious, man. And you take the wins and you take the losses and you take the butt whoopings. I don't want to cuss on your podcast, but you take the butt whoopings, the ass whoopings. You take the ass whoopings. You don't take them so personal. You take it. And you apply. You take it. You learn from it, and you apply it. To the next time you step foot in that ring or outside of the ring of life. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
absolutely.
Just don't be so quick to throw in the towel just because, shit gets hard.
Right. Yeah. So that brings me to my next point. It's like any tips on fighters who are like at a certain level and they're waiting to get to the next level. You know what I mean?
Or at a certain level now?
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. Like just, man, be patient, bro. Listen to the people that you got in your corner. If you trust them.
Yeah. That's a big one.
The trust, that's a really big one, bro. That's a really big one. Like trusting, man. Like if you got somebody in your corner, young man or young woman, if you got somebody in your corner, man, that you do not trust, get them out. I mean, man, so often, bro, we'll go through life, bro. We'll ignore, our gut. It'll tell us, when certain things are not right, man. Like, when certain people that we need to get out of our life and. We'll ignore that and we'll still keep them in our life, and then chaos will end up, taking place in some form of fashion later on down the line. So with all young fighters, man, just, trust yourself. If you trust the people that you with, man, trust them wholeheartedly, man. Don't second guess. Be patient with yourself in this process, and just keep learning, bro. And again, have fun.
Yeah. Always keeping an eye out for something that you can apply, change, or anything like that. You know what I mean? So like people who are like kind of say, oh, I'm good, I'm good in my left hook or something like that. Yeah. So I don't need to work on it anymore.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like that doesn't mean that.
There's
always something you can learn from that hook.
Bro, there's different ways that you can throw the left hook. You got some people that throw a left hook this way, you got some throw it this way. Like it's different ways that you can throw left hook. Just like the jab, like it's different ways you can throw the jab. Like a few different, there's a few different ways, man. It's but if you're so focused on your one way, man, like you limit yourself from, going to the next level, to be honest with you. Like, man, if you're so stuck on your way, bro, that's just like in business and boxing and life. If you're just so stuck on your way, man, like you eliminate all the greater capacity, all the greater possibilities that you could become better. You know, you get what I'm saying? So
it's like your toolbox is limited.
Bro, exactly. Exactly. You show up to coach talk about this. You show up to a job with a bag full of tools, but you pull this one tool out, and that's not the tool that you need for the job. But they're like, no, but you're so stuck on using this tool, and this tool is not going to get the job done. So you got to go in your bag. But if you refuse to go in your bag, man, the job is not going to get done. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Damn, man, I like this talk. I really appreciate you coming back.
Bro, I appreciate you for having me, man. This is how we start out. This is how we start the new year off, man.
Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot.
Yeah.
If you enjoyed this episode, give me a like, give me a subscribe, Comment below to let me know what you liked about this episode. Even if you didn't like it, like what didn't you like about it? That's always a good thing
it's always gonna be that one. It's always gonna be that one.
Give Calvin a follow. I'll link his stuff below. And until next time. Pa 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 pa.